Just ahead on Black Issues Forum, we talk about the power of laughter in tough times, why comedians might be the realest voice in the game today, and how humor can heal even the most divided worlds in tough times. Get ready to laugh. Coming up next, stay with us.
Quality public television is made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting PBS NC.
Welcome to Black Issues Forum. I'm your host, Kenia Thompson. Today, we're diving deep into the culture of conversations and the comedy that shapes our world. Our guest today has the internet in stitches, literally. He's a comedian, a content creator, and he loves a good meal and makes every food experience look like a meal sent from heaven. I want to welcome to the show comedian Tim Shropshire. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm excited about this conversation.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
So, for those that may not know who you are, who Tim is, who Shrop is, more lovingly termed, who are you and how'd you get into this game of comedy?
I'm just a country church boy that love good people. God, family, and chicken wings is my little slogan, I say. But I got into comedy just... I really didn't know what I was going to do. I played football in A&T and didn't go well. We lost every game. That ain't a good feeling. When you think you're going to win every game because of that speech, the best speech ever. I had some of the best motivators ever. We just didn't win. Just never got across the goal line. Right. So I realized I'm not going to the NFL. Okay. I'm good, but not good enough for that.
Right.
And I was like, man, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to do with purpose? I ended up reading one of my pastor's books called Understand Your Divine Calling. And after that, reading that, I simply said, I want to do two things in life. I know I could be a lawyer, doctor, all those. I said, I just want to play football and I want to make people laugh. And I was like, but where, how? And stand-up was introduced to me and I went after it, and that was 16, 17 years ago.
Wow.
And we've been rocking ever since.
Wow.
So.
Now, you were born and raised in Fayetteville.
Fayetteville is home.
So for those that may see you in all these other states or countries,
we represent Fayetteville.
North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina is home.
And we were just in San Jose, California. And I said, tell everybody, I said, I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I say it with pride, and I love it. So I'm a Carolina boy. I love it. People always say, would you move somewhere else? North Carolina. I love chill wine, Krispy Kreme, Texas Pete, even though you think it's Texas. No, I am North Carolina all day. So that's
now, were you always funny?
I don't know if I was. It became natural to notice people in college, they really laughing at everything that I'm doing. I'm like, but it was just natural, just me being me. It wasn't a goal to make somebody laugh. It was just, I was just being me. And then you hear stories about you just cutting up and okay, so.
Now, a lot of times comedians, I think Kevin Hart would always say people were laughing at him, so he just started making people laugh on purpose. Were people laughing at you?
No, I mean, I was just vocal about certain things, and I guess it was comical, you know, and it got me out of trouble all the time. And, you know, if I didn't finish my homework on time, I would say something. The teacher would be like, just turn it in on Monday. I'm like, hey, all right, we good. You know, I'd mess up on the football field, and I'm supposed to, you know, they make you run up and down the field. After you get in trouble, I make the coach laugh, and he'd be like, Shrop, just go on this side. Don't do it again. And I'm like, so it would bail me out of so much. And, you know, until I got to grad school, and they ain't laugh in grad school. They said, nah, so I ain't finished grad school.
Okay.
I still ain't gonna finish.
That's okay. No. It's all right, because we're here now.
I'm not going back.
It's okay.
I'm not going back.
Well, before we go further, I do want our viewers to kind of get an understanding of your comedy. So I want to share this clip. The first clip is a church bit, and then the next is your heart's a food order. So we'll play that.
Come on, somebody.
There's a song that says, I don't look like what I've been through. Come on, somebody. I look like what I've been through. See, I was trying to lose 30 pounds before the year was over. I done messed around and gained 30. I said, Lord, I look like what I've been through. I look like I've been through 17 cookouts, 14 packs of ribs, 35 hot dogs. Let me tell you, that tribute made me choke up just a little bit. I didn't lose nobody dear in person in my life like a family friend, but I did lose something, y'all. I did lose something. Early this year, I lost my neck. I thought I could tell my testimony.
Good morning, may I take your order, please?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
Oh, it's only right to be at the Martin Luther King Drive, Biscuitville on this morning.
May I take your order?
Can I get a number 3, please, on this morning?
That's the number 3. What's your side and drink?
Let me get a hash brown and let me get orange juice with that, please.
Anything else for you today?
Oh, I had a dream last night. I want a number 4, please, on this morning.
All right, that's the number 4. What's your side and drink?
Let me get some grits with that. You gotta have grits on this beautiful Martin Luther King Day.
And what kind of drinks for you today?
And let me get orange juice. You never go wrong with OJ, and I'm talking about the drink.
Anything else for you this morning?
Make sure I have grape jelly on the side, please.
No problem. Anything else for you?
Oh, that's it for me today, and I had a dream, and the dream has come true on this morning.
All right, Mr. King, it's on the 11:29.
My God, that's a lot of money.
So I chose that one in particular because we are Black History Month. Why not? That was I couldn't. I don't even know how you kept your face straight.
I was trying.
You were trying.
And it felt so perfect because we were in Greensboro. It was on Martin Luther King Drive.
Right.
It was Martin Luther King Day. And I said, good morning, good morning, good morning. And them grits taste good. When I ate the grits, I said, free at last, free at last.
Funny.
Thank God Almighty.
What happened when you rolled up to the window?
They just laughed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They just laughed.
I'm
And that's the cool thing about laughter because you don't know what they had going on earlier that day. And it was like this relief look on her, like she was like, thank you,
No.
thank you.
Yeah.
I said, I'm just cutting up trying to get my order. And so I said, is everything in the bag? So I said, I'm hungry.
So you have made your brand focused around food a lot.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to?
I didn't mean to. The food called me.
Well.
I was just trying to tell some jokes.
Right.
And it just, so during the pandemic, you know, everybody was going through, you know, what was going through.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know how, I couldn't tell jokes on stages. You know, it was closed. So I got into promoting brands because someone asked me, like, can you promote my RV park? Promote it on your page. You got a pretty good following. We'll fly you down here and fly you back. I'm like, you gonna pay me to what? She said, use your page just to promote my brand. I said, okay. And I said, got to the point. I was like, I'm gonna promote just business. Let's just see where this goes. A young lady hit me up. She had a catering business. She said, hey, can I pay you to promote my catering business? I will come to your house and cook. I said, you gonna pay me to eat at my house?
Right.
I said, sure, you can come whenever. You come tomorrow. You come today if you want to. And so she came over. She made some food for us. It was great. And a lady in Maryland saw it. She was a chef there.
Yeah.
And she said, she made you brunch. I saw that in the video. She said, but I want to fly up to Maryland. I want to show you a real brunch. She flew me up there. It was flowers everywhere. We had a ribeye and eggs. I'm talking about it. So many meals. But off that one video, 85 chefs hit me up.
Wow.
And it started this whole...
Wow.
It started as just promoting just brands and businesses. You know, I promoted a funeral home one time. I said, oh, Lord. I said, what you want me to talk about, the casket? He said, man, we had record number sales. I said, what that mean? Folk died? Well, I don't know how that worked. But I thought it was just going to be promoting businesses.
Yeah.
And then it started to promoting chefs and restaurants. And we just been navigating through this journey and meeting so many people, so many great stories, but so much amazing food. Amazing food.
Amazing food. I saw some seafood dishes, chicken wings.
I've been eating good.
A lot of good
I've been
food.
eating. I'm blessed. I am blessed. And the people like, I know the food ain't that good. Okay. Think what you want.
Right.
Because I'm not just going to some person like that. They really are intentional about their food. And some pay to promote their stuff. And some I just want to bless, whatever. But a lot of times when they know they're showcasing, think about how we are.
Yeah.
If you're going to showcase something, you're going to put your best foot forward.
That's right.
And some of these ladies, they putting their foot in them greens. I said, Lord have 'em. Lord have 'em. I'm talking about, it's amazing. All different types of foods, from barbecue to just Southern cuisine to, we was out Midwest, was in Texas, was in LA. It's amazing that, you know, the types of foods that we're trying, and it's really cool.
So let's talk about the avenue that social media has opened you up to.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that people reaching out to you say, you said 84 chefs.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Because they were like, hey, you did that because the video went viral.
Yeah.
And they saw what that did for that business,
Right.
like overnight.
Yeah.
They went to the page, they saw that she only had, 20,000 followers. And now this young lady has over 200,000 followers because she's steady doing it. But they see that, they're like, hey, I want that for my business. And it's another way from a business side, it's another way to market and promote.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how else. A lot of times you only can go off of word of mouth or Yelp or whatever you're doing to market your business, especially for restaurants. They're like, wow, this guy can come in and review my food, and I can probably, you know, increase my sales, 10x my sales.
Yeah.
And that's what it does.
So, we've heard the stories of like the Eddie Murphys and the Steve Harveys and DL Hughley's, and they didn't have that. How do you think social media has... I mean, you shared it already, but so you just mentioned to me before we came on, Kev on Stage, you're touring with him right now.
Man, it's amazing.
I remember when he started just posting social content.
Same. I was just a fan just like you.
Yeah.
And I saw Kev when he came to Charlotte, and this is 2014. He came to Charlotte for a birthday party comedy show.
Yeah.
The guy didn't have, the guy that put it on the event, it was his birthday, and he didn't have an opener. And I said, man, dude, I'll do it. He said, I ain't got no money to pay no opener. I said, I ain't got no money either. I said, well, let's do this together. I said, just put me on the show. And I did that show. That's how I met Kev. And I met him again, and we started and he hit me up. It's like, hey, Shrop, I'm doing a 50-city tour. I want you to at least do like 20 of those dates.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, he's like, and then, you know, your wife's from London, so I'm putting you on my London show too. And I told Elsa, I said, Elsa, we going to London. We going to London. I don't know if you're gonna buy your ticket though, but we going to London. We going to London. And so, but social media was able. Social media is like that merger. You know, I still did the groundwork of like how the old do. You know, that's how you had to go in and knock on doors and hustle your way and you know, and just try to find how can I get into that comedy club or, you know, get next to this comic, however. So I do like the fact that that's how I did get connected with him. That real, that touch, that, you know, and so he got to see what I did with stand-up. And then over the years, he was able to see my climb. You know, his climb was crazy. But also he was able to see me consistently growing as well, too. And he was like, man, I love what you're doing, and I want you on the road with me.
That's amazing.
And so it's phenomenal. So I like, social media is a game changer. And it allows you, because in order to get, I think I was at a conference once, and they said that, you know, back in the day, the only way to make it was to get on a late night talk show. You know, or to get your 30-minute special on Comedy Central. That was the big thing. It was like, now you need YouTube. And it's like, that can be your...
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, because that was huge when content creators were, what are we gonna do?
Yes.
When the shutdown was happening.
Because also it pays well.
It does.
Hello, somebody.
It does.
You know, and so to think that, you know, that you can get paid from I can get paid from doing a food review. I can get paid to do a food review. And I can get paid for posting that same food review. Like, what? I've worked a regular job. And I did college admissions. I traveled all across the country, and I still was gonna get $2,000 every month. It didn't matter. If I brought in 100 kids or 5,000, it didn't matter how hard I worked. You would have got that same check. And I said, you mean to tell me I can go do a show or do a video, and I didn't know that's possible. And sometimes it feels unreal that you can do that, you know.
You know, I don't think that the OGs criticize the younger.
They do a little bit. They do a little bit.
You know, when I see Dave Chappelle and the things that he's gone through, right? What Comedy Central did to him. And you know, I think a lot of them will say, well, this is kind of just handed to y'all. Do you feel like you worked as hard? I
feel like if you stay in the confines of social media, the rules are broken, you know, so you can do what you want to do. You have creative control to do so what Dave Chappelle did, you know, it's amazing, but what we're doing on social media is what I feel like Dave Chappelle wanted to do. was to have his own voice, be able to have creative control, write what he wanted to write with no filter, and be able to do that. And I feel like we're able to do that now on social media. I think the OGs had an issue with the more stand-up part of it when it comes to comedy. It's like, you go and do your little dances, little TikToks, and little whatever. That's fine. Do your little commentary. That's fine. But they said, but when you get on the stage, you need to respect the stage. Yeah. And the thing was, because the thing was, to get to that place of being able to bring 300, just say 300 people to an event, to a comedy club, that's work. That takes years and years of like building an audience. You got to work in Phoenix. You got to go to Phoenix like 3 or 4 or 5 times just to finally get 400 people to show up in Phoenix. Now you can make a few TikToks, and you go to, and it is sold out. Yeah. And you're like, are you? And so I think the OGs of comedy were saying, okay, since that is the case, I need you to stand on your 2 feet and deliver 45 minutes of comedy in a real way. Because what was happening is a lot of guys would get on stage, and after 2 minutes, you realize we ain't on TikTok no more. Yeah. Like, oh Lord, I can't dance my way up out of this bad boy. Right. So, and being able to have material, and how long can you go? Like, you know, do you have 30 minutes? Do you have an hour? Do you have 2 hours? 3 hours of comedy? Yeah. And so, being able to embrace the new age of what comedy can do, but also understanding the history of it, the root of it, being able to embrace the foundation of comedy. And for me, I've been doing, you know, if people see me now, they're like, oh, I didn't know you did stand-up. Well, where did you catch me at in my journey of comedy? Right. I started in 2008 doing stand-up, and I didn't get to do videos, started doing videos until 2017. Yeah. You know, so when people see me do stand-up, they're like, oh, wow, you really do stand-up. Like, yeah.
So who are some of your role models that you looked up to?
You know, with me being, you know, church kid, you know, you don't watch too much comedy, you know, because you can't watch too much. When we got home, when Comic View was on, and we just got home from Bible study, and my mother like, you ain't watching that, young man, you know. And so I really wasn't a fan of comedy, because it's just, you know. But we did watch Sinbad a lot. Yeah. And you watch Sinbad, you're like, man, you know, you watch your Keenan and Kels and your Nickelodeons and all that. So, but it wasn't, because it wasn't one of those things where I wanted to be a comic. Like, it wasn't, I just wanted to play football. Yeah. That's all I really wanted to do. So there really wasn't anyone that I like looked up to and like, hey, that's what I want to be. Yeah. A lot of guys, they're like, hey, I saw Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, was like, I want to do that one day. I was like, man, I want to play football. I want to be 6'2", 245 pounds. I'm 5'11". It's okay. So that's really just what I want to do. It wasn't until now, I'm more of a student of comedy now. And so I'll just research some certain comics. It don't matter if you're black, white, don't matter. I just want to understand just comedy in itself. Yeah. And so I'm a student of the craft. You know, we say in football, student of the game, but I'm a student of the game of comedy.
Nice. We see today, you know, especially with social media, I think the Black community sometimes gets criticized for making a joke out of everything.
Yeah, I don't know why we.
But you know, I mean, we gotta laugh through the pain sometimes, because there's some real things happening out here.
It's that sixth sense that you have. You see something, you see it a different way. You have a different lens to it, and I think it just maybe just in us to be able to laugh through the pain. Yeah. And laugh through it, and then see it from a different angle. You'd have been to funerals that was from the roughest funerals you ever went to, but at Repad, we just laugh into, Lord have mercy. I don't know why she grabbed the mic. That she ain't part of the family. They said remark was 2 minutes. She was up there, she been up there for 45 minutes. And so you will find the humor in so many different things. Yeah. You know, the stories. My dad told me a story, him going to a funeral, and he was going to look at the body, and the lady had glasses, and this is when he had the little Kodak cameras, and a lady took a picture, and he said when the light came off of her glasses, it looked like she winked at him. And he said, I left that funeral so fast, you know? And so he told that story, and we just laughed, we drove, but we just have an ability to laugh through it. We will mourn through it. Yeah. You know, we'll love you through it. And I think it's our thing to remind us to get back up again.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna laugh about it, but we'll address it.
Most recently, we saw Dave Chappelle's, I think it was Saturday Night Live commentary after the election. And we've seen a lot of politicians bring politics, comedians bring politics into their skits. What responsibility do you think you have as a comedian to bring that social awareness or alleviate social stress when it comes to some of the hard things we're having to deal with today?
Well, the thing is, I feel, and a lot of times for me, I don't really touch anything political.
Yeah.
It's just one, I don't know too much.
That's okay.
I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Right.
And so, but I think it is our obligation to address matters head on. And, you know, the best way we can is you choose to, you know, it's your choice to go how deep you want to go into it. But my thing is being able to, I just look at, for me, to be that relief in that time of stress and in that tough time. Be able to pull that. Comedy, we talked about food earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like comedy and food has a way of bringing communities together, races together, different beliefs together. You know, I was just down in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And when I went to the restaurant, ain't nobody that looked like me. I didn't feel welcomed by the eyes.
Yeah.
But when we all ate that brisket together, young man, that's some good brisket, isn't it? I said, brother, it is, Bob. There's some good brisket. I said, and so it brings up this conversation. I would have never talked with Bob.
Right.
I wouldn't have said nothing about
It's
Bob would have passed by me. Yes, you know, they just kept. But that brisket made us talk to each other.
Right.
And he said, I wonder how long that thing was smoking.
Well, before we wrap up the conversation, I do want you to share how folks can follow you, find your skits, your stand-ups, you know, come see you live.
Yeah.
How can folks engage with you?
Tim Shropshire Comedy is my website, and who has a website anymore? But Tim Shropshire Comedy on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. I'll be on tour. I'm on tour with Kev on stage right now, and we'll finish that up in May, and then in May, and then June, I kick off my tour, Shropology. So the study of Tim Shropshire. Hello, somebody.
Beautiful.
So I'll be touring throughout majority of the comedy clubs across the country, and I have a festival coming up, a wing festival. So
Of course.
in May, gotta have it. I'm looking for the best wing in the land.
Speaking of food, I don't know if you know, but I'm Haitian.
Okay, come on now.
Yes.
All right.
So last night, I thought to myself, now what would be a good little experience for us to have?
Talk to me.
So I hit up my friends over at Bon Fruitai. They have a food truck. And they made you a special dish.
Oh, y'all got some food for me?
I got some food for you.
Oh,
So we have some Haitian food for you.
All right. Is it spicy?
It's spicy.
I got my towel
it
right
can
here.
be. So this
towel.
is what we call pickles.
Who pickle? Okay.
It's like a spicy slaw.
Oh, shoot.
And then inside here we have griot, which is a pork.
Oh, shoot.
And then rice and banan, which is plantains.
Oh, but
and
I
then
know
there's
about
some sauce. You know
plantains.
about plantains. So you partake in that while I share this week's Black History Month
You better
events.
turn my mic down, 'cause I'm about to, I can eat what you. Oh Lord.
Yes, you eat, and I'm gonna come back to you and ask you how it tastes.
Lord.
Okay. Okay.
Oh Lord.
All right, so we're going to pull up our Black History Month events.
Black
We've got
History Month.
plenty of North Carolina communities across the state that are rich with culturally immersive programs.
That's amazing.
We've got our first Black History celebration showcasing deep roots of the Shiloh community by honoring those that led the way.
Oh Lord, son.
From February 8th
God
from 1 to
Almighty.
4. Then we've got Healing What Hurts Us
It'll
All
keep doing it.
screening over Orange County Public Library on the 15th.
Hey, y'all don't
And
do
then
that.
every Friday
Every Friday.
in February, North Carolina State Capitol is having a We've Always Been Out There walking tour.
I'm gonna be there.
And then the Magnolia House in Greensboro is
that's-
also
that's
having
pretty
an immersive experience. So how is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, PBS?
It's good?
I'm enjoying myself.
Well, I am so glad.
Well,
Daphne and Chef Andre, I'm sure,
Tell myself hello.
will be glad to
don't mean
see
to
your
smack on
enjoyment.
on
It's okay.
television.
It's okay. It's
Excuse
all
me,
right.
PBS. I apologize to the producers.
So again, Tim, it's been so great to have you on.
I forgot all about the show.
It's okay. It's
And dip
all
it down
right.
in that bad
And
boy right there.
dip it right in there.
I usually don't eat too much pork, but this don't taste like it.
Is that good? Okay.
It's tender.
Well, I thank you so much for joining us. There's a napkin. Okay, you good? All right. Okay.
I'm sorry to put my face.
It's okay. Make yourself at home. Here at Black Issues
Y'all
Forum,
should've never
everybody's
fed me.
family. You good? All right. So I think he needs some time alone. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the
I didn't know
show.
I was gonna eat this early.
I
That's
know,
bad.
I
I was
know.
gonna do intermittent fasting.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
He done threw me off.
It's
I'm trying to
okay.
get my neck back this year. But the way this Haitian food,
It is okay. It's all
Thank
right.
y'all so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so
man,
much,
bless
Tim.
y'all.
Thank you.
There's some good stuff.
I appreciate you. I
I can
appreciate.
take this. Y'all ain't gonna take this back?
No, it's all yours.
Because y'all gonna take it back.
It's
I
all
was
yours.
gonna get mad at y'all.
It's good. It's okay. But thank you so much for joining us.
Man, thank y'all.
And all the best to you on your tour with Kev.
We're gonna have fun.
And
we're having fun.
We're having fun.
I got rice on my face.
No, you're good.
Okay,
You're
all
good.
right,
Actually,
thank
a
you.
little bit right
Okay,
there.
I was wondering.
Okay, we'll get it. All right, and I thank you. I thank you for watching. If you want more content like this, we invite you to engage with us on Instagram using the hashtag #BlackIssuesForum. You can also find our full episodes on pbsnc.org/BlackIssuesForum and on the PBS video app. I'm Kenia Thompson. I'll see you next time.
Quality public television is made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting PBS NC.